Ladies and gentlemen, for the final time before we get to Vegas, we have ourselves one more appearance here in the Carrier Dome from Syracuse, New York, as we are here to give out the final ticket to Las Vegas, to the Allegiant Stadium, for this year's Final Four. And just a little recap, let's just go over things real quick and how this round has gone. Well, we first started off with Louisville versus Xavier. It was an 8 versus 3, an incredible run that Louisville had. Heck, they even put up one heck of a fight in the first half against the Musketeers. They were all knotted up at 47. After that, Xavier just dominated. Second half was theirs, and they locked in their first ever Final Four appearance after winning 97-79. Then we followed that up with a war between 3-seed Oregon and 1-seed Creighton. And it was a phenomenal battle between those two teams. No quarters given or taken, but ultimately it was Creighton that got the job done. 79-75 was the final score from that one. Creighton as well, just like Xavier. That's their first ever Final Four appearance locked in school and program history. And then we just saw a Big Ten battle go down between fierce rivals Penn State and Michigan State, 4 versus 3. And it was a fun one. Both teams battled very well, and then Michigan State just does what Michigan State does, or they did what they do in March Madness, and just dominate in the second half, especially late in the game. 91-78 is the final score. This is the Spartans' first appearance in the Final Four in LSL history, and Bolt is back in that position after 12 years since his days at Villanova. But anyways, Houston versus Michigan, 2 versus 1. That is the battle that we have in front of us for the final spot to go to Vegas. Hello, everybody. I'm your play-by-play commentator for this one, Commissioner Daniel, and right next to me at the desk for the last time before we do get to Vegas is Commissioner Pike. And I'll tell you what, man. Before we even get there, we always get a chance to reflect back on what we have seen, what we have witnessed throughout this tournament, and I must say, I think in my personal opinion, this is by far the best tournament that we have witnessed in LSL. What do you think?
Honestly, I agree. This has been possibly one of the most chaotic but amazing and just fun tournaments we have seen in LSL history, in my opinion.
Indeed, and we'll just add on to the fact that the Final Four is guaranteed to have 3 teams in it that are in it for the first time in LSL, for two of those teams, first time ever, and there is a chance for us to get a completely new and fresh field in the Final Four. Houston versus Michigan. Why do I say that? It's because Houston has never made the Final Four in Legends. They haven't, but we know what Michigan's about. They're that perennial program. They are considered top of the food chain, basically. But what do you expect from tonight's game, Commissioner?
Well, this Michigan team has always been looking for redemption from last season, trying to win a national championship, of course. So they are there. They're trying to make the roll, and they have been doing a really good job. This Houston team has been having a little bit of scares, but last time out they played, they completely made everyone shut up, as they, of course, they knocked off Duke, but in a convincing fashion. So now this Houston team looks really good. Their defense finally in rhythm, and who knows what to expect. This is going to be a defensive masterclass from both teams, as they have to play at their very best in this last time before we head to Vegas.
As you can see, the statistical comparisons between both of these teams, very high scoring, and not much really separates both of them. Really, the only note is that Michigan, of course, coming from the Big Ten, one of the two best conferences in the entire land. Houston, from the American, not the same story, but they did what they had to do. They only have one loss to their name this season, which is very impressive. Michigan only 2, so this is a high stakes battle between two giants and Goliaths of the season. And we are just about ready to get things going and see which one survives this potential slobber knocker. Let's put it that way. But here we go. We're back in Syracuse for the final time this tournament. And again, ignore that on-screen graphic. It is not correct. But anyways, when it comes to starting lineups, we start off with Houston. Gervonta Percy, Marcus Pons Jr. in the back, Pavel Zelikov, Connor Vanover, Akbar leading them up front. For Michigan, Jay Nash, Simon Bohannon in the backcourt up front for them, Oleg Zelikov, Vladislav Golden, and Andrew Rodriguez. Now, who are you keeping an eye on in this ball game?
Well, looking at the two rosters here for Michigan, you're going to have to look at what Mr. Reliable on their team. Hang on. I lost the roster. Where is it?
Hey, go ahead.
Okay, well, for what I'm looking at here, Simon Bohannon is going to be one of the best guys. We're looking at Jay Nash and Oleg Zelikov for this Michigan team. For Houston, it's going to come down to seeing Connor Vanover or Pavel Zelikov. Those two are going to be really reliable, but you got to watch out for Marcus Pons Jr. at the 1.
Those are the players to keep an eye on, especially in this ball game. I agree with that. And woof, big block right there by Connor Vanover on Vlad Golden. Houston actually won the tip, and they started off with this Akbar little bucket as he hop-stepped his way into the paint. But this is by far the biggest team the Wolverines have faced up to this point. The size that Houston has is unreal. Golden misses the 2 ball, and Houston's on the move. Again, they move quickly, just like the Wolverines do. Vanover, 2 ball, no go, rebounded by Andrew Rodriguez, transferred in from LSU over the offseason. Native of Bloomington, Indiana. Now here's Jay Nash. Big 3, way off. Good rebound by Golden and a big stuff right there by the Russian. Grad transferred in from Florida Atlantic over the offseason. Now here's Gervonta Percy, gets it to Vanover, and that might be the easiest thing Houston will be able to do against this Michigan defense. Use that 7'5" behemoth to their advantage. Can you talk a little bit more about Connor Vanover?
Connor Vanover is Mr. Reliable on this team. The man plays the paint and the glass like it is his only thing that he knows how to do.
He has great floor stretching capabilities as well. He grad transferred from Oral Roberts this past offseason. Settles for a deep 2, no go. Akbar with the board, and he gets called. Oh no, that's Andrew Rodriguez. Called for the foul, and that's an and-one opportunity for Akbar.
Yeah, shooting foul there called. Big opportunity here to put some points on the board early.
Akbar is one of those lips under the cracks. He's not one that is really like a feature for this Houston team. What a rip and what a dunk by Marcus Pons Jr. Tagging up with Pavel Zelikov to strip Jay Nash right there. But in terms of Akbar, he's one that just quietly performs well. He's not one that steals the spotlight. But with Michigan, they need to steal the momentum as they're down 9-2 early. Good 2-ball right there by Golden.
And that's what this Houston team loves to do, is try to put pressure immediately on the opponent and forcing catch-up.
Percy in the corner once more, back to Akbar. They're just letting him work, and you can see why they have so much confidence in him. He's already got 7 points. All seniors in this starting lineup for the Cougars from Michigan. The only non-senior is Zaman Bohannon. Both these teams are going to see a lot of change. Oh, good fadeaway 2-ball by Golden. He's got all of the Wolverines' points so far. And this point guard battle is quite interesting. Pons Jr. versus Jay Nash. They're both big guards. Oh, 3 right there by Pavel Zelikov does not connect. That's another thing. It's brother versus brother. Oleg and Pavel.
Yep.
And actually, Zaman Bohannon and Akbar are cousins. Oh, 3-ball. Oleg Zelikov. Nothing there, but what a putback by Rodriguez. A lot of family ties in this game. Either way, both families win. Question is how and through who. Pavel over to Akbar. And 2-ball. That's his first miss of the day. Here come the Wolverines. Oleg, a little bit of a journeyman. Started off at Arizona as a freshman. Played a year then at Colorado. And after Provo left Colorado for Michigan, he just simply followed him to Ann Arbor. And now here's Gervonta Percy, who used to be a Villanova Wildcat. What a feed inside to Akbar, and there you go. Just like that, he's back on it. Already 4.5 minutes into this game. Houston leads by 5. Rifles at Bohannon, deep 2, way off, and it's rebounded by Akbar. The one thing that I worry about in regards to Michigan is the ability to match Houston's physicality. You know how physical the Cougars can get. And a good 2-ball right there by Pons Jr.
Yeah, it's how they've been winning these matchups, especially in the back half of this tournament. And it's the main reason why Duke just failed to try and catch up to this Houston team. It's because of just physical work down below.
Andrew Rodriguez missed that shot after he picked up a tipped ball. Cougars back on the move. And there's the 7'5" big man who misses the 2-ball right there. Good enough defense there by Golden. Mason Blue on the move again. Again, seeking back-to-back Final Four appearances. Oleg Zelikov drives in and is going to get some free throws. First foul on Akbar. A good take right there. Already.
Honestly, it is.
Oh, sorry to go. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, honestly, it is a good take.
Some early changes made in this game. Bobby Anthony now takes over for Golden. And I think that's it from Michigan. For Houston, Atticus Wolf is now in the game. And it looks like, I think it's that Mike James. It might be Mike James. He's that's a behemoth. Houston's got 2 big dudes on their team. Mid-range shot, Pavel Zelikov, nothing there. Or actually, no, that's not Mike James. Sorry, that's Igor Milicic Jr. Excuse me. He grad transferred from Tennessee over the offseason. Good link of play, Bohannon. Clean shot right there on the fadeaway 2-ball. Now Pons Jr. and this Houston Cougars offense is going back to work. Over to Percy, back to Pavel, and he misses yet again. Houston started off well, but as of late, they kind of stumbled, and now the Wolverines are drawing a bit closer to them as Milicic Jr. commits the foul right there on Bobby Anthony. And I'll tell you what, Bobby Anthony has been one hell of a player off the bench for Michigan. And I'd go as far to say if there was a 6-man of the tournament award, I think it'd go to this kid. He has truly done some impeccable work for the Wolverines. And good free throws right there, and that's, what did I just see? I saw Bobby Anthony shoot free throws and then him re-entering the game for Andrew Rod. Okay, so basically Vlad Golden's back in the game. All right, got you. That was weird to see. Anyways. Pons Jr., he actually started off at Northwestern, played his freshman year there, but then transferred after. Oh, what a shot right there by Akbar. He had to wait a little bit before being able to play in his natural position. He played alongside Kai Bowers the past couple of seasons before this one. And 2-ball by Jay Nash doesn't go. Now he's in his natural spot. He's been playing some of the best basketball of his career. Houston up by 3. We're 7 minutes into this one. Over to Gervonta Percy. Back to Akbar. They love feeding him, and that's why. He's the hot hand. 13 points already.
They're all reliable.
He's one of those. He's like, oh, reliable, but you don't really think much of him just because he's not that big, flashy name. Oh, what a dunk by Bobby Anthony, though.
Yeah, but you know, every time they see him wide open, then they will do whatever it takes to try to feed the ball to him.
Indeed. And Akbar takes another 2-ball. That time it's off the mark. Now it's the Wolverines running over to Oleg Zelikov. 3-ball. Oleg cashes it. We're tied. At least one of the brothers is doing all right from the field so far. Now, pass inside is almost turned over. Atticus Wolf picks it up but misses it. Michigan's got an opportunity to take the lead for the first time tonight. Jay Nash, Florida boy, gets reached in on by Pons Jr. Clean 3-ball as well, a money ball. And some changes made here by both sides. Most notably, Connor Vanover is back in the game for the Cougars. And so is Andrew Rodriguez from Michigan. Nash is trying to find somebody open. It's tough. This Houston team has got length, and they can cover. Look at this. Indecisiveness by Avery just gives it to Bobby Anthony. Or not Avery, Nash. Finnegan Hale, 3-ball. Oh, what a shot by the sophomore who transferred in from Florida International. And Michigan leads. Over to Pavel, and that's tipped away and in the hands of Finnegan Hale. First lead for Michigan in this game as Hale bounces it. Rodriguez, 2-ball, got it. All of a sudden, Michigan's on a roll. They scored the last 10 straight points. And Houston is going to talk it over.
It's always good to try and force a timeout on your opponent, but in a situation like this, Houston forced into a timeout. And now Coach Zuna has to give his word for his team and tell them what exactly to do here.
Houston kind of lost the grip on things a little bit. With Michigan, what they were able to do is interrupt what Houston wanted to do in terms of setting up their, how do I say it, their shooters. Wolverines got in the right places and made their own opportunities count. That's all it really comes down to. Now here's Zuko Ozuna. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just agreeing with you.
Gotcha. There's Zuko Ozuna, breaks the huddle with his team as we're now back out here. Axel Council Sr., who transferred in from Nebraska, now has the ball. That's a deep 2-ball. Council Sr. connects. He actually originally started off at San Diego State. Played the last couple of years in Cornland. So he's somewhat familiar with this Michigan team. Here's Oleg. Over to Golden. Over to Nash. Jay Nash, hit inside for Bohannon. Foul drawn and one. Simon Bohannon. What a take by the junior. And more changes made as Percy and Akbar are now back in the game. Good free throw right there by Bohannon to cap off that three-point opportunity. Now Pons Jr. just races up the court, breaks the attempted double, goes through the contact, no, gets his own miss though and puts it in. Talk about a one-man wrecking crew on that.
I mean, sometimes you don't have a choice but to rebound your own ball.
Took it himself too. Oleg over to Andrew Rodriguez, 2-ball, no. Golden gets the board over Vanover and puts it back in. Just because Connor Vanover is the giant in this game doesn't mean Golden can't work, get his work in too. But talk about work. That was a beautiful 2-ball by Vanover. Tight one so far. 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. 3-ball Bohannon from the corner doesn't go. Quick trigger doesn't pay off. Cougars back on the move. Here's Gervonta Percy. Screen set. Akbar rolls around, goes in, draws the foul, and one. Gervonta Percy. And that is Golden's first foul.
Fighting for the points and being aggressive down low. It is a Houston classic.
And they got the bodies to do it. Gervonta Percy stands at 6'9". He is a towering wingman. And there you go. Only 1 point separates these teams now. And now Jay Nash has got to get his team out of trouble here as Golden gives it off to Nash. Over to Zelikov. They get past half court. Bohannon going to wait for his team to get settled again. Actually boded well for Houston. But look at this. Oh, what a block. Put right into the hands of Golden. Talk about great defense, but just not following up on it. Pavel over to Vanover. He himself with the two-handed stuff. Fun battle here so far between these two. Nash wants to work in. Oh, what an alley-oop to Andrew Rodriguez. Beautiful. The stars are coming out tonight. Paz Jr. gets stripped and Oleg picks it up. Oleg going up against his own brother, but fails to get the 2-ball to go down. I'm sure if the parents of those two were able to snap a photo of that, they're going to hang it in their Louvre. In the Louvre. There you go. Pavel Zelikov knocks down the 2-ball. And it is a direct matchup. Both are listed as the small forward on their teams at the 3 spot. It is a direct brother versus brother matchup. Nash, corner 3. No go, rebounded by Biville. Rifles it over to Pons Jr., who works in on Nash. Bodying him up, trying to work his way in. Very physical. Will kick it back out to Pavel, though. Percy, deep 2-ball, connects, and Houston retakes the lead. Houston shooting over 60% from the floor so far. Talk about efficiency. And he wanted Golden, but too many bodies were in the way. Houston on the move now. Look at Percy working his way in. 2-ball is off the mark, and Rodriguez gets the board. Now over to Zaman. Less than 3 minutes to go until the break. Until the big break. Bohannon will back out, unsure of what he's seeing. Lets his team reset. Got some moving pieces. Oh, that was almost turned over. Bounce pass. This time it's picked up by Houston. Lack of urgency. And Percy's on the break. Big dunk.
Mistakes. What's up for Michigan is when they get these kind of mistakes, but both teams have been really making these mistakes so far in this game, but you gotta limit these. Oh, come on.
That's a terrible call right there. Pons Jr., that was a clean block on Nash. and instead they call it a foul, and rightfully so. Ozuna is irritated.
He's more livid, partner. I just saw him just toss the chair to the side.
Hopefully it didn't hit you. First free throw bounces it for Nash. He's got 2 more. Talk about how tight this one has been, man. I mean, this is what we expected from these two. Just a good old slugfest, and it's been delivering so far, hasn't it?
It absolutely has. Both teams have shown, again, I've always said this in multiple games, but both teams have shown their strengths and shown their weaknesses.
We are tied at 36 apiece. This heavyweight battle between 2 Jordan Brand schools. With 2 minutes to go, ball is tipped away. Axel Council Sr. saves it from going out of bounds. Now he's going to let things reset for his squad over to Akbar. Fadeaway 2-ball. Doesn't go. Akbar's kind of slowed down, but look at this. Outlet pass to Nash. Gives it off. Anthony 3-ball. Cut next. What a shot.
A huge 3.
That man, Bobby Anthony, has been having one heck of a tournament as the 6th man of the squad. Next season, he's going to be a full-on starter for this team, I'm sure of it. Percy, surveying the scene. Over to Akbar, who rolls out. Council Senior, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Good feed into Pavel Zelikov, who just got fouled by his own brother.
Wow. They've been targeting each other all game long.
It is a direct matchup between the two. They're both each other's teams a small forward.
They're taking it very seriously, though, how much they're playing against.
As they should. Win this game in your final 4 bound. And now Pavel Zelikov will get a rest for Yoshi Sakura, the sophomore, former 5-star recruit. Now Nash, in a little bit of trouble, gives it off to Bohannon. And folks, we got a minute left until the break. Bounce pass in, Oleg, back to Golden. Golden, what a block there by Vanover, but it'll stay with the Wolverines here. Now Zaman Bohannon will be the inbounder over to Zelikov. Oleg, that is.
Still got time on the shot clock.
A little bit of time here. Nash pulls up, 3-ball. No go. Rebounded by Sakura. Here come the Cougars. Here's Percy. Time trickling down. Screen set. Settles. That's a 3-ball. No go. Rebounded by Rodriguez. Wild attempt right there. Shot clock is off. Bohannon rolls around. Guarded tightly by Percy. Gets it to Golden. Golden, fadeaway, 2-ball. No. Board. Rodriguez, he's going to the free throw line, and that's Akbar with his 2nd foul.
Foul trouble like this is not what you want to see early in the game, especially having 2 fouls at the end of the first.
Well, 6 and 6 here for Andrew Rodriguez has had a big effect on the boards. Has done all right in terms of scoring, but he misses that first free throw.
Letting up free points here. Free opportunities.
At least he gets the 2nd one. 2-point difference between the two. Houston's got 13 seconds basically to work with. Council Senior splits the double. He runs into it that time, gives it off. Atticus Wolf to Zelikov. He had a wide open 3. Instead, he'll back out, pulls it, and drills it.
Oh my goodness.
Ice cold. Pavel rips the lead away from Michigan as the clock strikes 0 and Houston's up by 1 at halftime. What do you make of all of this?
Well, I mean, look at the field goal percentage between both teams at 53 to 44. The main thing, though, is that Michigan has been clean with the turnovers. They've been absolutely clean with it. The problem is now is that Houston is still throwing as much as they can to try and just keep this game under their control. The problem with Houston, though, right now, I feel like they're just not hitting their shots well, or they are hitting their shots well. It's just defensively they got to keep it up. They got to stop fouling.
That is a problem. Akbar, their leading scorer, has 2 fouls in this game. Fadeaway 2-ball. Rodriguez connects. Flush.
Biggest problem for Michigan right now is you got to land their shots. Because the biggest problem they got is free throws.
Right there. Missed opportunity by Houston. And Michigan grabs the board and is running with it. Look at this passing. That's a bit crazy. They're a bit lucky that Houston didn't end up with it. Some wild passing right there. Oh, inbound. Rodriguez 2-ball. That one falls short. And here come the Cougars. What an intense first half this was, and I expect nothing less in this second half right here between these two juggernauts. Pons. Percy unleashes a 3-ball. No go. Pons with the board, but gets blocked on the way up. Great interior defense there by the Maize and Blue. And now Oleg. Screen set by Golden. Rolls around. But his own brother prevents him from going into the paint. Missed shot right there. Little hook shot. Goes in for Zaman Bohannon. What a lucky bounce.
Wow.
Rifles it inside. Vanover. Foul on Rodriguez. And one.
Gee. Back and forth between these two teams. But now a crucial situation for Houston to try and tie up this game.
It's a big opportunity for Vanover, and he capitalizes. 44 apiece for both teams. Nash rifles it. Bohannon 2-ball hits it. A great shot by Zaman Bohannon. And over to Pavel Zelikov. Corner 3 doesn't go. Rebounded by Rodriguez. And pass inside somehow connects with Andrew Rodriguez. Talk about dissecting a defense. All of a sudden, Michigan answering back quickly with 4 points, but right there, Pavel Zelikov with the fadeaway 2-ball. Zaman Bohannon tried to feed Vlad Golden, but it's tipped away. Houston on the move. Pons had a wide open 3 that he could have taken. Instead, his shot hits the side of the backboard. Wolverines on the move. Zaman Bohannon gets stripped right there. Houston can't save it, though, from rolling out of bounds. Still with Michigan here. And thank you very much for the comment there. Straight Ballin' TV. Welcome, by the way. Now Bohannon backs into the corner, rolls out. What a pass inside to Jay Nash. Once again, this Michigan team getting surgical with their playmaking. Pons Jr., oh, he was just about to run through Nash. He thought twice about it. Over to Akbar, loads up a 2-ball, way off. Talk about Akbar. He had a hot start to the game. Has cooled off tremendously since. Corner 3, Zaman Bohannon. No, but a rebound by Golden, and he misses. Percy with the board. Now over to Pons Jr. Rifles it to Vanover. How did he not step out of bounds? Blocked. Picks up his own miscue and stuffs it. Already 3.5 minutes gone in the second half. Here's Jay Nash, former 5-star recruit, pulls up 2-ball. Oh! What a shot right there. Basically with Pons staring him right in the eyes. Pavel over to Percy, off the glass and in. Wow, Simon Bohanna, I thought he was going to send that one back across the country. Instead, it's points for the Cougars.
Yeah, it looked like it was about to be turned over there.
Kick out over to Nash, feeds it, Golden, 2-ball, rattles in. The production is picking up.
Keeping the lead for Michigan going and just trying to keep Houston out of reach at the moment.
Pons over to Percy at the top of the key. Will back out for a second. Let things clear out. Pons Jr., that's a 2-ball. No go. Rebounded by Oleg.
Here comes missed opportunity to try and get some points on the board.
Instead, Rodriguez, 2-ball. Oh, can't get it to go. Would have been a...
Man, both teams have missed opportunities there.
Now he's Gervonta, former Villanova Wildcat. Sizing up Bohannon. Instead, look at Bohannon forcing him to cough it up. Here come the Wolverines.
The center was wide open on the other side. The three was set for a perfect three. Instead, it turned over and big foul.
Yeah, Vlad Golden got the offensive board, and Vanover is charged right there with the foul, and he's going to go get a rest. As I think that is Atticus Wolf that is now in the game. Vlad Golden has actually performed very well against a, how do I say it, a rare, taller opponent.
He knows how to maneuver around them and just trying to force errors and all that.
Clean free throws by Golden as well, and he'll get a well-deserved rest. And now the possible sixth man of the entire tournament, Bobby Anthony, is now back in the game. He's been a dynamo in this one. But look at Pons Jr. taking things into his own hands, coast to coast.
Oh, Lord.
Yes. Yeah, he had a little bit of macho on that dunk, too. Fadeaway 2-ball does not go for Rodriguez. Now over to Pavel. Drives in, foul drawn, and he's getting free throws. That's on Rodriguez.
The big thing, though, for Houston now is to make sure that you're still efficient when it comes to these free throws.
Moment of truth for Pavel Zelikov. He gets the first one. Down to a 3-point difference now. With 10 minutes and change left in this ball game. The last game before the Final Four. Now only 2 points now separates these ball clubs as Jay Nash just got stripped. And right there, Pons. Charge. Foul called. You know what?
Zelikov stood still.
I think that's what happened. I'd like second eyes on this. Let's see. Sometimes these calls aren't necessarily right, but in other cases they are. Oh yeah.
Silly charged.
Without a doubt. Talk about a heads-up play by Oleg Zelikov. Talk about that. That's something.
Again, it forces Houston to turn the ball over. Again,
Whoa!
Oh!
Talk about that! Oleg Zelikov first draws the charge foul and then hits a 3 on Houston.
Heads up play.
Oh, tipped away. Here comes the Maize and Blue. Bobby Anthony on the break. Oh, blocked from behind by Atticus Wolf.
That ball was tipped away.
Now Percy, that's a 3. No, that's a 2. Sorry, but what a shot. That's still an insane shot for it just being a 2. Oleg back in the corner, over to Rodriguez. Good feed. Rodriguez missed. Nobody was in front of him, and he flubbed it. Pass inside for Atticus Wolf, the sophomore. Works in, can't get it to go, but gets his own miss, and it goes in. Nine minutes left. Still barely any separation between these two. Here's Bohannon in the corner. Screen set Anthony. He just gives it right to him. He's going to let him work. Back to Bohannon. 2 ball. Got it. This has been an incredible, incredible battle. Hook shot does not go off the glass for Wolf. Bohannon over to Jay Nash, a member of the Avery family. We know how prestigious they are. Oleg Zelikov, top of the key. 3 ball, got it again. Oleg's having one of the... Oh, God.
I know. Oleg Zelikov absolutely cooking. I understand that. I just realized something as well. It doesn't matter who wins it. Zelikov will play against the coach Zelikov. I just realized that. Oh, another.
Family's got their fingerprints all over this tournament. But Michigan with the biggest lead of the game. With 7 minutes and change left. Pavel tries to bounce it in, but it's turned over again. Too much passing going on by the Cougars. Michigan keeping things rather simple. Bohannon doesn't see anybody open that he likes, although that was close. Anthony picks it up. 2 ball, it goes in.
10-point lead.
And a timeout.
Another timeout.
Houston down by 10 with 7 minutes to go. The Wolverines 7 minutes away from returning to the Final Four. And again, folks, if that does indeed happen, again, for those that know ball, if I am wrong, let me know. I think this would be the first time ever in Sim League history, in actual in real life history too, that both Michigan and Michigan State would be in the same Final Four. Houston still got a chance to change that, to prevent that from happening. But this is the biggest deficit of the night for either team. What does Houston have to do better?
Just play more conservative ball. Stop making mistakes and all that.
And, well, they didn't hear you out. As Jake Shannon tried for an alley-oop and... That went nowhere.
You gotta be more smart. You gotta play smart ball.
You do. Just was not the right choice by Jake Shannon. Rifles it. Rodriguez, 2 ball. Michigan is cooking. Oh, look at Marcus Pons Jr. He just got sick of it and said he'll take things into his own hands again. 6.5 minutes to go. Wolverines lead by 10. Is tipped away, and here comes Marcus Pons Jr. Big dunk.
Marcus Pons Jr. decided to just take matters to his own hands. Forced a big play, then steal the ball, forced another one.
Bohannon missed the corner 3 right there. Now all of a sudden, Houston doing a little bit of work here. Vandover 2 ball. Doesn't go in. Rebounded by Rodriguez.
The lead is still at 8, though. They got to shut it down. Oh.
Another missed 3 right there by Bohannon. He's trying to shut this thing down, but that's not going to be easy. Oh, and one, Pavel Zelikov.
I think foul on. Yeah, foul on his brother.
These two have been going back and forth against each other all night long. Talk about a family feud. 3-point play achieved. Nash over to Oleg. As he gets it across half court. He's doubled, gets it off to Rodriguez. Houston just playing up close and personal. Gets it in though. Rodriguez draws a foul on Akbar. That's number 3 on the guy. The former LSU Tiger with a double-double in this game. How about that?
Yeah. Honestly impressive.
Great free throws by the big guy. Houston has got to do it once more. Pons Jr. once again not letting Michigan trap him at half court. Trying to do some ISO work, get some help from Vanover. Gets it off. Vanover, 2-ball. No. Vanover and Akbar have gotten pretty cold since the start of the game. Now Jay Nash. Bounce pass over to Rodriguez. Takes a jumper. This time doesn't go in. And Vanover gets the board. Now Percy over to Pons Jr. Over to Vanover. Tries one more time from 2. Can't get it again. Bunch of missed opportunities here by the Cougars. Golden 2-ball. He gets his though. Time ticks down. 4.5 minutes to go. It's tipped away, and Jay Nash has got it. Jay Nash, big dunk. Over to Pavel in the corner. Back to Vanover. They're force-feeding the guy, and finally he gets a 2 to rain down. But I'll tell you what. They wasted plenty of opportunities trying to get him going. They already have others that have the hot hand. Nash, Bohannon, bounce pass in. Oleg off the glass, doesn't get it. The Cougars grab it and are on the move. Here comes Gervonta Percy. An all-senior starting 5 for the Cougars. Kick out Pavel to Vanover. 2-ball. Vanover gets it again. Oleg gets the feed over to Rodriguez. Back to Oleg. Oleg one more time for 3. He has been on fire from deep today. Flamethrowing Percy 3-ball way off, and it goes out of bounds. And yeah, wow. Let's talk about the 3-point shooting. Every single one of those clips, it was Oleg taking those and making those. And Bohannon takes a 3. But
he's trying to put the dagger in.
That was close. Very close. Houston still got a shot in this thing. Bohannon has not been it from deep tonight. Wolf 2-ball. Oh, it's off and rebounded by Oleg.
These misses are costing Houston more time. They got to knock down these shots.
Little slow cooker play right here. Jay Nash over to Bohannon. Mid-range shot. Spins out on him. Every single Every single missed shot by the Wolverines is an opportunity for Houston. Back to Atticus Wolf, signaling a play, but gives it off. Council Senior, nobody's fouled by Bohannon.
That's a terrible foul. That is a bad foul.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I'm going to be honest. But let's put it this way. Eye for an eye, I guess, because earlier in the game, Jay Nash got a phantom foul called in his favor. First free throw goes for Council Senior. Two minutes and change left in this ball game. And Houston drawing just a little bit closer with these free throws right here. And Council Senior will get all three. Now it's all about defense. Jay Nash. And we'll have to give it off to William Torres. Torres bodies up Council Senior. Over to Anthony. Anthony deep two. Doesn't hit it. Here come the Cougars. Pons Jr. Oh, what a pass in. Council Senior gets fouled by Golden.
Opportunities coming up.
Indeed. More changes made. Bringing the starters back in is key. And Council Senior, even though he isn't one of them, he's been pretty solid. Pretty solid off the bench for Houston, especially late. Another good free throw. Big moment right here for Council Senior in Houston, and he delivers. Percy's now back in the game. And here they are. Full press. Jay Nash gives it off to Bohannon. Bohannon goes up the court, met by only Percy. Golden two ball. Misses. Wait a minute. Here come the Cougars.
God, slow down. You can kill time off the clock. You're Michigan.
Pavel, oh, he just got reached in on by Oleg, so that resets the shot clock. Now Pons Jr.
Mistake made by Michigan.
Pons Jr. turns it over. Rodriguez, two ball in rhythm, scores it. An costly error by Pons Jr. turns into Wolverine points. Bounce pass. Percy is blocked. What a play by Bohannon. Bohannon turns it over. Houston still got a chance, and they call timeout quickly.
Oh boy.
Still some work to do for the Wolverines to hold off the Cougars. But there's a lot of work that needs to be done by Houston in order to give themselves a true opportunity to steal this one away from Provo and Michigan. What do they have to get done? What do they need to do? What do you think they should be doing on this next possession?
Just score fast, but be efficient. Try to find your wide open guy, and don't try and force anything into a possession to where you do not, or just don't try and force anything stupid and get blocked for it. That's just what they need to focus on. Do not let Michigan block you.
The issue is that you also got to worry about making the shot as well. It's not just about getting off one, and not having it be rejected.
That's true.
That's the problem that Houston's now in. They're down by 7, 53 seconds left on the clock. I'm sure they'll move quickly, but will they move a little too quickly to the point that they hurt themselves even more? Well, that question will be answered as we're about to break this huddle and get things back underway here. Inbound over to Pons Jr., and they got to move with a quickness. Find somebody open. Screen set. Pavel Zelikov rolling out. Precious time is taking off. Pavel. Percy off the glass. No. Rebounded by Vanover. Comes up short. That might have just done it. Pons Jr. is on his last foul. Oh, this ain't good. And he's out of the game.
Man, the most clutch guy in the last, say, 5 minutes. That's unfortunate.
Ice in his veins, Jay Nash, as he hits that first free throw. He hits this one, that might put this game away for good. And there you go. Houston's not even going to call timeout. They're just going to get moving. Council Senior splits the gap. Little two ball here. Off the mark. This one is over.
Wow.
How about that? The Wolverines. You good?
I was just saying, we're going to have a 1 versus 1 seed and a 3 versus 3 seed in the Final Four.
Gutsy performance by the Wolverines. Catherine Brock now enters the game for Andrew Rodriguez. And Ashton Smith is now carrying up the ball for Houston as these are their last moments of the season. 2-ball rings in for Mike James. But that's it. They're not even fouling. They called off the dogs. Talk about gutsy, gritty, and doing everything you need to do to win a ball game. And for Michigan, it's what they had to do to return to a place where they fell a bit short at last season. They are Vegas bound and going to the Final Four. An incredible season for Houston has just come to a close. And go right, Ed.
All I can say is this is going to be one hell of a Final Four.
And again, folks, that is not correct. That is not correct.
That is, what the actual matchup is this. Creighton, Michigan. Former coach versus current coach.
Which means that we get Xavier versus Michigan State. You know what that also means? You know what that also means? We got 2 Big Ten versus Big East matchups in the Final Four this season. It's official. Fitting. The 2 best conferences in the country this season have 2 of their own in the Final Four. Credit to Houston. They fought till the end. But man, Michigan's just got that championship DNA. Or at the very least, a Final Four DNA. Second year in a row that they have made it to the Final Four. Incredible. Just like that, we have our Final Four, and we can officially start booking ourselves to Vegas into Allegiant Stadium. Folks, thank you very much for watching tonight, and a little earlier on if you have. We only have 3 games left in the season. And soon we will get to watch possibly one of the most exciting Final Fours in recent memory. It is shaping up to be that way for sure. 3 brand new teams to the scene in LSL. And then you just got that one giant, that one juggernaut who still sits at the top of the food chain even after all of the changes throughout the years. This is about to be a great end to our season. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night. Have a great weekend. Enjoy all the college football and NFL that you possibly can. And after that, we're officially at the beginning of the end of the road. Because next time we'll be live, we'll be in the Allegiant Stadium. We'll be in Las Vegas. Have a good night and see you soon, folks.